you a real estate agent who wants to help your customers achieve their home ownership dreams? Well, if you are, then you need to know about the Florida Hometown Heroes Housing Program. This program is a great option for your clients who work and serve in the Florida community and who need financial assistance to buy a home. You can help them access lower interest rates, reduced fees and down payment, and closing cost assistance. In this video, we will show you how to identify eligible clients, how to guide them through the application process, and how to close the deal. So don't miss a chance to grow your business and serve your community with the Florida Hometown Heroes program. So watch this video till the end. I'm Jillian Young, president of Premier Plus Realty, and I'm joined by Edgardo Balentine, our preferred lender here at Premier Plus Realty. He's with Neo Home Loans, and he is your go-to expert on the Florida Hometown Heroes program. He has regular classes on this topic, as well as just a constant barrage of questions from agents from all sides, and he is happy to answer and walk you through what this means. So thanks for joining us, Edgardo.
Thank you for having me, Jillian.
So tell me about the Hometown Heroes program.
So I've been very, very vocal about this program. I think is the absolute best program for first-time home buyers buying in Florida. I mean, it's just such a no-brainer, and I'm glad we're doing this. I have a class I have a class on this that, if you're watching this after we did the class, we're gonna have the video on my YouTube channel. But there's a lot of misconception about this program. Part of it is the name. It was an appropriate name before, but now it's not just for heroes. So there's a couple things that I want to make sure that we clarify, because I hear, and I've even seen a lot of agents, not Premier Plus agents, but I've seen a lot
of course not. Right.
Seen a lot of agents put a lot of information that was from when the first time the program came out, which was completely different. So why do I love the program? I love the program because it's just a cheap option for clients. A first-time home buyer, it's going to be able to get 5% in down payment assistance. Now, this 5% in down payment assistance, it's a little misleading, because the truth is, if you're a first-time home buyer, you don't need a full 5% to put as a down payment. You only need anywhere between 3% and 3.5%. So if you put 3% or 3.5% as a down payment, that leaves you with an excess of 2% or 1.5% towards closing costs. So somebody buying with this program, it's not only going to be able to finance 100% of their down payment, but also a good portion of their closing costs. And the beautiful thing with this program is that portion, that down payment assistance, that 5%, it's at a 0% interest. So it's free money. A lot of lenders don't like this program. And I'll tell you the secret. The secret is because not every lender is approved to give this program. And some lenders don't make a lot of money with this program, so they don't like to promote this program. But for the client, it's the best program. The title company and the closing costs are going to be lower with this program, because the state mandates that there's things that we cannot charge on this program. The interest rates are mandated by the state. Like right now, and look, every day the rates are going to come out, and it's the same for anybody. From the lowest credit score to the highest credit score is going to be the same, and it's below the normal market rate. And you get that 5% at a 0% interest. It's a no-brainer program for everybody, and that's why the funds are going so fast. We are in July 12th right now, and we've already spent $35 million in 12 days. So I love this program.
$35 million from the state of Florida for the down payment assistance.
Yeah, so they made it to, they funded $100 million on this program. And mind you, the $100 million is just for the down payment part. It's just for that 5%. And they've already spent $35 million of the $100 million. This is going to go quick. So if you are a client listening to this, this is the sign that you've been waiting for to buy a house, because they're basically giving you 0% interest money. And then the biggest thing is, if you're a realtor, please understand how the program works. You don't need to be an expert on the program, but you need to understand the basics. You need to understand that your clients don't need to be heroes to qualify. They don't need to be firefighters, or they don't need to be police officers or teachers or anything like that. Just anybody that's a first-time home buyer, it's probably going to qualify for this program. It works for condos, it works for single family homes, it works for duplexes and all that. And call your clients and let them know. Because look, I'm a big believer in that the majority of people want to buy a house. They're just looking for an excuse and for a reason to tell them that this is not a bad financial decision. And this is the best program for first-time home buyers.
So one interesting thing about qualifying for the Hometown Heroes program is not only that you don't have to be the hero occupation that you had to prior, you can just be a Florida community member. You do have to work full time, and you have to work for a Florida-based company, meaning if you are someone who works remotely in Florida for a company located in another state, doesn't apply to you, because I think the idea is we want to stimulate the Florida economy. So we want Florida businesses to have employees that are able to get access to home ownership. And that's an important thing to note. So ensure that you are communicating to the right buyer. But if you have any questions about the eligibility or qualifications or application process, again, like Edgardo said, just let him be the expert on all of that. We've already got so much information in our brains, we can't also remember the nuances of every deal. But the highlight of the message is there's a down payment assistance program with free money in Florida right now. And if you are not getting educated on this or educating your buyers who are on the fence, then you're really missing out on doing what's best for them. It's summer right now. The data show that the numbers, our market numbers right now, are very similar to 2017, 2018, meaning we're having a very sleepy Southwest Florida summer market. So homes are on the market a lot more days than they were in the last few years. We have 67% more homes on the market this summer than we did last summer. And homes are sitting. Open houses are a little dead. Showing time data says things are a little dead. So we not only have a little bit of a sleepy market, but we have buyers that are a little more hesitant than they were in the past for a variety of reasons. But one of those reasons is they're afraid of making this big purchase or affording a down payment. So let's remove that barrier to their hesitation and make sure that we can show them a path forward and a way to access the home ownership that they deserve.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And look, yes, if you get into the details, they need to be a Florida based employer. But this is where I think too much information can be dangerous, right? You need
Mm-hmm.
to have the highlights, like you say, especially as a realtor, because you know if you start getting into the like just really like the details, what is full time, and these are the changes that happen from the second iteration to this program on to this iteration. Last time they were very specific. It was somebody that worked 35 hours a week was full time. Anybody that worked less than 35 hours a week wasn't full time. So that created some issues for people that work 32 hours a week that were considered full time, but not for this specific program. That's what changed to this time. This time now they allow people as long as their employer said that they're full time. The other thing
Mm-hmm.
that changed was before it was as long as you work for a company that has a presence in Florida, you were good. Now that's not the case. Now the employee has to their direct report has to be in a place in Florida. So, for example, if there's an Uber driver, the Uber driver wouldn't work. But if it's somebody that has to report to a place in the state of Florida, then that will work. But the main thing is you don't have to be a hero like at the beginning, because I've seen a lot of people say that. The other thing is the first time home buyer requirement. That's another piece that we need to really understand. What does it mean to be a first time home buyer? Because for this specific program, it means that you haven't owned a primary residence over the past 3 years. That means that if I've had an investment property in Georgia, let's say, or a vacation home somewhere else, and I haven't lived in that property in the past 3 years, even though I own an investment property, I'm still considered a first time home buyer for this program. And the other thing is, even if you have a co-borrower or a co-signer in this program, only one person needs to have that first time home buyer requirement. The other thing is, if you're a VA, if you're a veteran, you do not need to be a first time home buyer to qualify for this program. Like, these are the things that the agents need to know, because
Mhm.
when they talk to their clients and their clients are first time home buyers, that's going to be a client that will probably benefit from this program. And they're going to benefit in many ways. Like I said, lower interest rates, lower closing costs, and a lower interest rate or 0% interest rate on the amount of money that they're getting. So it's just, I mean, it's just such a good program. And I don't hear agents, both buyers agents and honestly listing agents, like showing your listing what the numbers would look like
Mhm.
with this type of down payment assistance. We did an example of a hometown hero for a property that was priced at 650, where the person that was buying the house would only need to bring $4,000 to the table. That's crazy for a $650,000 purchase price. So the other thing with these programs is there is an income limit, but the income limit is very high. It's like 140,000 or 150,000 depending on the county, and there's ways to, extend that a little bit, because the way that they look at the income is not the income that somebody shows on the taxes, but is the income that we are using to qualify. The other thing is, if somebody's a co-signer, we don't necessarily have to count for their income. So again, guys, it's the way I see it is, this is a program that's incredibly refreshing, because it's the excuse that a lot of our clients have been waiting for. Everybody's been waiting for the rates to drop and all these things, and now we have this amazing program that's giving us the excuse to make houses more affordable here. And I just don't hear enough people talking about this program. It's most of the people I hear talking about this program are the lenders, and unfortunately or fortunately, depending where you're sitting, clients don't listen to us lenders as much as they listen to you realtors. So you should really, really take this to the streets and start talking to everybody. The other thing, guys, is, look, not everybody's gonna qualify for this program, but that's okay. There's other programs too. Like, the reason why we see some people not qualify for this program is the credit. For example, you need to have a 640 credit score. Well, guess what? If somebody doesn't have the 640, but they have a 620, they still qualify for other down payment assistance programs. But at least this is what moved them to start the process of talking to somebody to see if they qualify. So if somebody
Mhm.
makes too much money, like I was talking yesterday with an agent that was asking me if a doctor could qualify for the down payment assistance program. This doctor made $200,000 a year, so they wouldn't qualify. But they qualify for a doctor's loan where they can still not put any down payment up to $1 million. So the point of this is going to be a conversation starter. This is going to be a motivator for people to talk to us and to start looking into alternatives to buy a house. And even if this is not the main program for them, there's other programs that are very, very similar to this program that they might be able to qualify for, and that's going to get them over the hump of not buying, or of stopping renting and starting to the buying process. So that's where I think the conversation should go. It's like, talk to your clients that have been waiting for an excuse, and we have the excuse.
So, in order to communicate this information from our agents to their customers, I think you start with your email blast to your sphere of influence. You're posting about this on your social media channels. You're doing a video very similar to what we were doing. Just get your phone or get your computer camera out and just talk about it. And again, keep it high level. Hey guys, Florida has extended $100 million for down payment assistance programs for the Florida community. Here's what this means for you. You don't need to get into the granular, and you can always end your communication with, if this doesn't apply to you, there are other very creative financing programs out there. Let's have a conversation about that. And then connect them with Edgardo and let him explain what the buffet of options are for their particular situation, because our job is to work with skill, care, and diligence, and look out for their best interest always. And so it's in their best interest if you have the high level knowledge of all of this. And who knows, maybe that is going to make a buyer click on your email and like your post and give you that call that you've been waiting for. It's a sleepy Southwest Florida summer, so let's start generating more interest and more hope and more opportunity and more transactions, and get people into the homes that they really want and the ones that they deserve.
Yeah, team, and we have flyers about it. If you want a co-branded flyer, you can just,
We love flyers
contact
around
us.
here.
I know
Mhm.
realtors love
We
flyers. Well,
flyers everywhere.
Paola loves flyers, but we have flyers about it. We have a link where you can request your flyer on the Hometown Hero. If you are on Facebook, we have shown examples of what a house looks like without a Hometown Hero program and with the Hometown Hero program. And then on the 16th, we're gonna have a webinar on this. Invite your clients to the webinar. Like invite your clients to the webinar, invite them to ask questions. If you're getting a bunch of questions and they're the same questions over and over again, do a Q&A. The beautiful thing is you don't need to hold all the answers. Like, join, have us or somebody in my team join you on a Q&A, on a live Q&A, and let's answer the questions. But look, this is an opportunity that's going quick. Like I said, in 12 days, we went over 35% of the funds. So I don't think it's going to stay forever. And we should really be taking advantage and shaking some trees for this program and letting everybody know. And I would honestly start by calling all of your buyers that didn't buy over the past 12 months and tell them about this program. Tell them that the
Yeah.
program is back. Tell them that the program might qualify them for a 0% interest up to $35,000, and that's not only going to cover down payment but a portion of their closing costs, and that the rates are lower than the market. Like just start with that.
So the directive is Premier Plus Realty agents. You need to know the high level of the Florida Hometown Heroes program. You need to start your marketing campaigns, re-engage your sphere, especially buyers that were interested but didn't buy over the last year. Get your listings pro forma'd out for what the amount would be for a Hometown Heroes program, so that when you are at your listing and someone's interested, you're like, by the way, if your buyer qualifies for this down payment assistance, this is how much it may be. So I think you have a lot of options here to use this program to incite a sale where there might not otherwise be a sale. So thanks, Ed. I think we've said all that we need to say on this podcast, because there are a lot more details coming on July 16th. This may come out at the same time or after that class, but like you said, everyone can watch the class later. We can call you and you can jump on a call with their buyers. So I'm sure we'll have the information out there no matter what. So thanks, Ed. I appreciate it.
We also have a class on August 20th. It's going to be a
Mhm.
CE class that we're going to do in the Bonita Springs, the Bear location. It's going to be 6 hours of CE with yours truly. So
Oh my
if you want to
gosh.
have a good time and listen to me speak for 6 hours, but get your 6 hours of CE, you should totally come and join us.
What's the Florida statute on offering, you know, mimosas and things like that in the morning? Because that's going to be a long day.
Well, I always have mimosas in the morning, so I don't know. I
Okay,
don't care what. I'm kidding.
just kidding. That was a
Six,
joke.
I don't know, 6 hours of CE class on the same day with me. You may need a pick me up. Whatever your pick me
I
up
think
is.
so. I think the whole class should, yeah, they're gonna, you know what? Here you go. It's $10. It's gonna cover your lunch, and it's 6 hours of listening to Edgardo, and you walk away with CE classes, CE credits, and you can have that taken care of. So I hope that you join us on August 20th for that.
There you go.
All
Well,
right,
thank you for having
everybody.
me, Jill.
You're welcome. We'll see you guys next time. And how can they easily reach out to you if they're listening right now and want to throw your number in their phone or
Oh,
your
yeah.
email address?
Just shoot me a text 239-244-5871, or you can follow me in, all the social media pages, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok as Edgardo Balentine. But the easiest way, if you have any questions, just text me. You can always call me too, but if you don't want to talk to me, you just want to text me, that's fine too.
Great. All right. Well, thanks everybody. I hope you use this information and that you put some action to the information, and let us know if it creates a sale for you and for your customer. Talk to you soon. Bye.